All right, so this unit is about absolute value, which we just know as those bars. What do those bars do? Like, what's their purpose? They make it positive, yeah. And so, yeah, we'll deal with that. So if nothing else, that's a B. Whatever this is, it's going to have to equal 7, okay? Okay, but this part could be negative and still equal 7 because of the bars, right? So this is just a simple, like, solving linear equation, except since it could be negative, you do 2 of them. So one of them is with positive, and he's right, that's going to be 8, and one of them is going to be negative. So you're having to do it twice. So here, yeah, you add 1, and B equals 8. And it's the same steps, it's just it's a different number on this other side. So you're adding 1. So what else could B equal? It's okay to use a calculator. So it's negative 7 plus 1. Negative 6. Okay? So it's really pretty simple. It's just the issue is there's 2 answers. Does that work? 8 minus 1 is 7. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7, but the bars make it positive. So there's 2 answers. Okay? So using that theory, and then sometimes it's going to ask you how many answers does it have or solutions. So this one has 2 solutions. Sometimes it might just ask you that. It might not want to know what they are. It just says how many does it have. So that one would have 2. Okay? So this one, same idea. You set it up with 20 equals negative 2q, or negative 20 equals negative 2q. So just remember your steps. I know it might have been a while. It's negative 2 times q, so the opposite is divide. So you're dividing both sides by negative 2. And it's the same steps for both of them. It's just going to give you a different answer. So what's the first answer? Negative 10? Good. Okay. What is it over here? Negative 20 divided by negative 2. Yeah. So a negative divided by a negative is a positive 10. So again, it has 2 solutions. Okay, maybe I should have given myself more space. That's okay. This one has the absolute value and then equals 0. So we've been doing it as positive and as negative, but is 0 positive or negative? No. So as soon as I see that, I know this is only going to have 1 solution because I can only write it once. And anything times 0 is 0. C has to be 0. Okay? So 1 through 3 go together, and that they were just the absolute value thing equals a number. Okay? Here on out, more steps are going to have to happen first. You need to get it in this form, and then you can go here. Okay? So like on number 4, the absolute value bars aren't by themselves yet. We have to deal with that negative 4. What's it doing right now? So the opposite is, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 4 first. So negative 16 divided by negative 4 is 4, and we have n minus 6, and then we know that we can also have negative 4 equals n minus 6. So what step are you going to do? How are you getting n by itself? Yeah. So remember, it's the same steps on both of them. So yeah, this one is n equals 10. What's the other one? Negative 4 plus 6.
Oh, yeah.
Positive 2. Okay. Again, 2 solutions.
2 of them.
So number 5, I know that we already see that it equals 0, but we need to get it to this form first. So what do we need to do so that the absolute value is by itself? We need to get rid of that 3. How are we going to do that? Divide both sides by 3. What's 0 divided by 3?
0.
Still 0. So this one is only going to have one solution because it equals 0. You can't have positive and negative. And how are we going to get p by itself on this one?
Minus.
Yeah, so it's plus 9, so we're going to minus 9. So 0 minus 9 is negative 9. And that's just its only solution. It only has one. Okay. Why is 6 different?
Because it has more than
Because it equals a negative. Can absolute value ever equal a negative? No. So how many solutions does this have? None. This is no solution. It might say 0. 0 solutions. Or it might say no. Yeah, hey, but he recognized that it wasn't going to work. Okay?
I didn't know making 2 solutions though.
That's alright. But you knew that absolute value couldn't be negative. So there you go. Alright, 7 has a whole lot going on. I just wanted us to see one example of that.
Still no solution. It's negative.
But it might not be.
You know what? I'm done.
So, first we're going to deal with this.
I retired.
So add 1. So negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9. And we still have all of this going on. Okay, now what can we do? Yeah, divide by 5 because it is multiplying. So we can't really divide by that, so it just stays negative 9/5 equals absolute value of z plus 1. And he ended up being right. So since it's a negative, there's no solution. But had the 5 been negative and we divided by negative 5, it would have changed it to positive. And there would have been a solution. So don't just look at it and say it equals negative and knock it out. Because there's a chance once you move stuff around, it's going to work out for you. Okay?